It's the Backdrop meeting for March 9th, 2016. And we get together every week to talk about development tasks for the Backdrop project. Jen, do you want to take it away?
Sure. So we'll start off with updates from the PMC, and I don't think we have anything exciting going on this week. Nate, can you scroll the Google document down so we can see the next item? Hooray! All right, so this is a new section that Jeff added this week because we have a ton of stuff going on in Contrib. And so we have 2 new contributors since our last meeting, or since we last talked about it. We have YesCT and Fanzi, or Fonzie, who've all created new Backdrop modules, which is pretty exciting. We've got alternate, hreflang, tagadelic, and audio field that were added to the Contrib repo recently. And then we also have a ton of modules with new releases, meta tag services, better exposed filters, and node queue. I think there's probably a bunch of others too since we last talked about it, but these were all in the last week. So especially exciting to get those out. And for those of you who are running existing Backdrop sites, there are some security releases out there now too. So I definitely recommend taking a look at your status report and seeing what needs to be updated, if anything. All right. Backdropcms.org issues. I apologize, I just missed the outreach meeting, but it sounds like there was some discussion on how to move the new homepage redesign forward. I would encourage anyone who wants to work at that to check out issue number 301, which is now a meta issue that has a bunch of subtasks for implementing that new homepage. And some of those are things that can happen in parallel. So if you guys wanted to start working on like layouts separately, or some of those new subpages, or some of the new content types and stuff separately from the design and theme implementation, those might be good ways to push that forward without getting blocked on work anyone else is doing. So food for thought there. I don't know if anyone who was in the outreach meeting wants to give an update on that, or we should just say, like, go watch the outreach video and we'll move on here.
There actually was not an outreach video for that.
Oh.
It was more of an informal discussion.
Okay.
I chatted with Luke in the Gitter, but he can't make it on the calls today, and he doesn't have any time to get together and work on it. We talked about perhaps doing some sort of sprint to help with this issue, but I don't know when anyone has time. I think that I'm going to try to work on the stuff on Saturday, maybe like late Saturday morning, early Saturday afternoon, and I will send out a message to see if anyone else is online. Maybe we could just jump on a hangout or something like that,
Okay.
just to, you know, because Nate and I were talking about how it might be good to get like sort of multiple people online to do sort of a virtual sprint to sort of keep moving things along, since these problems are often too big for one person to figure out all on their own.
Yeah, well, we did have that meeting last week and broke it down into smaller tasks, which should be a good first step. If we get everyone working on it at the same time, that would be fantastic. I would like to volunteer to help on Saturday, but Saturday is Drupal Camp Stanford, and we're giving a talk at 1 p.m. So it would either have to be before or after that.
Well, good job doing that talk. That's important.
All right. I am also super excited about getting the homepage thing done, so I would love to help with that however possible, and getting sanitized database dumps automated and put someplace where anyone can grab them anytime is on our to-do list. So hopefully we can at least get you guys what you need this week and then set that up so it'll be easier for people to get them as needed in the future. Okay, other things we're working on is the backdropcms.org forum, which lives at forum.backdropcms.org. I think where we're at right now is we just need to get bakery module set up. Anyone who wants to use the forum as it is in its current state can, but you need to create your own account there. First, it would be better if you could just kind of log in with your account from backdropcms.org, the primary site. So that is the one thing that's kind of preventing us from telling everyone about the forum. Also, I was thinking once we get the new theme for our homepage redesign done, we could drop that onto the forum.backdropcms.org site and see if that would work as our theme there. Right now, we're just using Bartik and Black, which is the same thing we have on our API site, which is fine. But hopefully that new theme we can put everywhere once it's ready. We'll see. That might be a pipe dream. Okay, we do have a new server set up. I don't know if this was ready last week or not. I don't remember. I think it might have been. Large Designs set up a new server that's an exact copy of our old server. So we have a place to test all of this bakery stuff on a production-like environment. Only thing left on that is getting subdomains set up so something's actually pointing at it. And I think, Nate, that's going to fall to you because you're the only one that has DNS access to make those changes.
Yeah, sure.
So,
is our intention with this new server to move everything over there? Or
no, this is just a test server.
Okay.
It's an exact copy of the existing infrastructure. It's like however you did that Linode clone thing. That's what we did.
Oh, okay, so it's not at all related to migrating to PHP 7 or anything like that.
No, I think Large Designs was just going to update. He might have already done that. Update the current server.
Oh, okay.
He was looking for some new like Yum repositories or something last I heard. So I don't know if that's done yet or not, but he's working on it.
Sorry, I just saw the picture that he put on the
dragon.
terminal. Yeah, the dragon. When you
We have an
log
ASCII
into the
dragon?
server. That is most excellent. Hang on.
Yeah.
This is totally irrelevant, but I'm going to do it anyway just because it's amazing.
Green Sheriff Dragon.
There you go. There's a dragon.
That's like Drop's mom or something. It's like a big mean dragon. But.
Okay, that's awesome. Yay, Lars Design, we love you. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to the screen share. Okay.
So anyway, I think where we are with the forum is we're kind of close enough to use it ourselves, but it would be great if we could get Bakery working on it. Where Bakery is right now, the module has been ported. When you log in from one site to another site, it does copy your user account details from the main site to the subsite, but does not share the cookie, which is what it's supposed to do. And you have to dig through some of the code there and figure out why the cookie isn't being shared across sites. So I think it's close, but every time I say that, I spend like an hour looking at it and I don't get it any farther. So maybe fresh eyes today will help. Okay, translation server. I haven't looked at this since last week, but it sounds like it's going pretty well. Does anyone else know any more about this than I do?
No, the last thing that I saw was I checked in and Olaf had said that he'd gotten to the point that he can get actual strings translated and saved and downloaded, but there's still no progress on the public-facing portion of the website. So you have to create an account, and because of the lack of Bakery, you have to actually create an account and then have it be approved by an administrator right now. So it's completely separate.
But if we do get Bakery ported and working on backdropcms.org, we can also put the Drupal 7 version of Bakery on the localized server, and that should share across Backdrop and Drupal with no problem as well.
Yeah, it should, yep. Assuming that our port is true, then that they should work, because they did the same thing between Drupal 6 and 7. And actually, I'm probably doing the same thing between 7 and 8 right now in the world of Drupal. So I don't think there's any substantial updates on the localization server.
Okay. So what I don't really even know where we are with that, but we have a translation of Backdrop there. Like you can download translations, but you can't create them. Is that the problem? Like as a user?
No, I think you can do both if you have the proper permissions.
Right. Okay. And then what languages are we supporting right now? Like what's already there? Just
well,
like
right now he's just set up like a couple of test languages. And,
okay.
Yeah, there's like 4 languages in there.
Okay, that's great. All right. So next on the list is Backdrop CMS itself, which I don't think has been getting a ton of attention lately. But Nate, do you want to give us an update on where we are?
Yeah, there's actually been a fair amount of action, as always, in the issue queue, but not on the items that we have called out during these meetings. And so I know that there's been a pretty continuous stream of PRs that have been coming in, that some of them are minor, some of them a little bit more substantial for the 1.7 release. But the items that we've got, well, okay, let's talk about 1.62 first of all. So there's the issue tracker for 1.62, and there are a number of items that have actually been completed and pulled out. Actually, I guess there's mostly a number of items that are in review but haven't actually been closed out. But due to other concerns, we know that we're going to have a 1.62 release this week, coming up a week from now, basically on Wednesday. So we'll go through these and try to at least get all of the items that are clearly ready for merge into the 1.62 release that will come out next week. That's all there's on 1.62. Just minor fixes still going in at a regular pace. The 1.7 release, which comes out May 15th, 2017, as I noted, these three items that we've got pulled out here, page element blocks, layout relationships, and reference module, don't have updates of note that we can really call out this week. Each one of these items has specific issues that you can see here in the video, 1704, 2134, and reference module is its own issue queue. We still need mostly people to be using these PRs and or modules and submitting feedback to them, especially the two items related to layouts. That's really a review issue more than anything else. Architecturally, they actually all look really good. The reference module needs an upgrade path, as well as some other things. So that requires both feedback and additional development. There's also a bucket load of issues that are tracked for the 1.7 release that we haven't been calling out. And some of those have been moving forward as well, but I won't mention them here. So you can check them out in the GitHub issue tracker under 1.70 milestone. That's all I've got. So nothing on the agenda to actually post updates about, but things are moving on individual issues, just ones that are a little less important than these. That's it. Next up is general discussion and Q&A. If you guys have any questions about the status of things or anything else that we want to bring up, please do so now. No, nothing at all. Okay, well, as always, we will have a little bit of after talk, as you can see on screen. So, but thank you everybody for watching, and thank you everybody for joining, and we will talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.